Hello, I am unapologetically Amanda, and a little disclaimer here. So like my whole thing I'm going for is that I don't use filters and I'm not gonna like edit stuff, right? Because I want to be unfiltered. That's the like unapologetically thing. I'm gonna put this down or I'm gonna play it the whole time. And that's probably really distracting. So I didn't really like practice per se what I'm gonna say today, but I have like the gist, and then today kind of got derailed, so might be a little messy. Wearing my mom shirt today that my husband got me for Christmas. I got a lot of compliments on it, so I'll put the link where to buy it in the description. So I wanted to talk about parenthood today, specifically like momhood stuff, just like a generic little thing. Yeah, and like the day went different than I thought it was gonna be. So what I was gonna say this morning is completely different now than it was then because, well, I'll just kind of shortly tell you about my day and you can probably relate. So my kids are, I have all girls, 6, 4, and almost 2. And my almost 2-year-old has had like a yucky tummy for like weeks. She kind of refuses to eat like everything except for fruits and veggies. And so because of that, she has these like awful poops. And I swear she like knows when we need to go somewhere and only poops right before we need to leave the house. And she won't tell me. She can tell me. She has done it, but she won't. And so I don't realize it until we're about to leave. And then it's like, did you poop? And she goes, yeah. So then I have to change these disgusting fruit and veggie only poops, and it takes forever. And she has an awful rash, and her poor little bum is like bleeding sometimes. So then there's like the whole diaper cream thing, and she's like crying and telling me it hurts, and it's awful. And it's like a several minute ordeal, and we cloth diaper, so it's gross, and then I have to deal with that later when we get home. Anyway, probably TMI, but we had yet another one of those today. This has been happening for like weeks, and it seems to only magically happen when we need to be somewhere on time. So today, I joined a new moms group at my church, and yep, wouldn't you know it, she had one of those this morning. So I'm like, great, we're gonna be late. Yeah, and then spilled and got several things smudged on my white shirt today. This is some like spit up crying peanut butter over here. There's some coffee down here. There's fuzz all over it from a jacket that's shedding that I chose to wear today. I don't wear white, and this is why. I busted up a nail and had it bleeding from a car seat that somehow magically got like bumped or something and wasn't installed properly that I noticed today. So I had to like fix it in the church parking lot, and it took me for way longer than it should have. And the 2-year-old's like, what doing? Mommy, what doing? Like 100 times. The 2-year-old threw up during lunch, and I was downstairs changing the laundry, and the 4-year-old's like, Mom, she threw up! And I'm like, seriously? So run upstairs. And then she fell off her chair, and then she hit her head, and then she was screaming bloody murder. And so it's just kind of been a day. Yeah. So anyway, like I didn't intend to share any of that, but it kind of goes to my point of what I did want to say, which is that, we like live in this society now where I don't know, I don't, there's like two parts. One part with like the advent of social media makes it super easy to share like everything about your life. And so some people are like really into oversharing and authenticity, and that's become like a big trend. And with like the advent of the influencer as like a legitimate job now, Like some people share absolutely everything about their life, and there's like this goal to outdo each other and being as authentic as possible. And whatever. So there's that piece. And then there's this other piece of like people holding back the ugly parts of their life. I think moms in parenthood, especially, to like share all the hurt and the deep, ugly stuff inside and pretend like it's okay. I'm the only one who struggles with this and like suffer with it alone. Moms, especially, I think. I don't know why that is. So the first part, like the authenticity thing, in our mom group today, there was actually one of the leaders shared something about how like it's really toxic to be like trying to outdo each other in trying to be more authentic than the other person, and how we get upset when we see someone that's like more put together than us. Like, look at that mom who's got the cart full of healthy groceries and her kids are docile and well behaved and Target, and like they're eating vegetables instead of goldfish, and I was like cracking up because I tend to do that, and they're wearing makeup and whatever, and like I totally tend to do that, and like I think that's kind of wrong, because like some people have those days, some people have the put together days, and some people have the fall apart days, and I definitely can say like I fall into both categories. I have makeup on today. I don't wear makeup every day. I'm not put together every day. Here I am wearing makeup today, and my hair looks kind of decent. It's still pretty fuzzy and weird, but I also have peanut butter on my shirt and coffee on my shirt, and like my day kind of unraveled, even though I had planned for it not to go that way, you know? So like I think it's okay to share the good and to also share the bad, and then so the other part is like being okay sharing the messy stuff with our mom friends, because I think it's empowering to do that, and I can't tell you how many times there's been like something really ugly that I've shared with a mom friend, or just like shared in general, and I've had people be like, thank you so much for saying that, because I feel that same way, and I feel like sometimes there's not a safe space for me to say I'm struggling, or I have depression, or I have anxiety, or my kids are driving me nuts. And I think that as moms, if we did more of that and we're more like open with each other to be like, this is hard, that we could support each other better. So my like call to action, if I could, would be to say that it's okay to be like, hey, I'm falling apart today, and I'm gonna be real about that and be like, today I'm riding the struggle bus, and to just be okay to be open about that with each other, with your friends and with your family, because you might be surprised to find people around you in your support circle that can say, hey, you know what, I'm dealing with the same thing, or hey, you know what, I did deal with the same thing, and here's something that worked for me. In this mom group that I'm a part of this morning, we had one of the moms in the group who had kids that were a little bit older than us, and we all kind of jokingly said to her, you know, that, hey, we're gonna look to you for advice, but honestly, you know, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to be able to lean on each other a little bit, and to say, like, those of us who do have more experience with a certain thing, to say, hey, I've been there before, and let me share those struggles with you, or what has worked for me, or whatever. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold that like lasts forever, so I have some water because I thought I might need it. I was gonna grab for my bathroom and I forgot. Someone asked about like resources for when I'm struggling. I have this is another funny thing that came up this morning, that like the bathroom is a universal place for people to hide, because it's like well known that it's a place for privacy and alone time. So I've taken advantage of that, and I've harnessed that, and so there's this like shelf thing we have above our toilet where I've put a stack of my books, like mom books, and so when I'm in there going potty, I'll be real, and I have like an extra minute, I will grab one of those, especially like if I'm really struggling or having a moment where I feel close to tears, or I'm feeling like I'm having a really hard time and just feeling like, wow, I am the worst mom ever, because I'm having really horrible thoughts, like I want to run away, or like I yelled at my kids or whatever, because yeah. Then, you know, I can grab one of those books and just read like a little bit of encouragement. One is a devotional, one is just a book from an author that I like about encouraging moments for moms, and it's like 3-minute devotions for moms, and one has like a list of different attributes in the front. This one's really good. I'm going to show it on another video, like different attributes or different situations that you might be going through, and then it has Bible verses that relate to it, like little prayers or Bible verses that it'll lead you to. So that's really cool. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to talk about today. Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, like motherhood is beautiful, parenthood is awesome, but it is also like super messy and gross and challenging. It can be really hard. It can be like really soul stretching. It can be very difficult at times, and yeah, I don't think it's bad to be able to like share with other people that today's a hard day, or even today's a really good day. Here's something awesome I did, or like my house is a mess. Come on over. This is what it looks like today. Whatever, come live with me. Or hey, I had a win today. And I want to share that too. So yeah, whatever. I don't know. So I guess one of my like unofficial goals for this year is just to kind of live life more authentically. And so in my attempt to do that, I just wanted to kind of share some of those things. So there we go. And yep, there again is my super awesome shirt for my husband, and I will share the link for it below. See you again. I am unapologetically Amanda.